Okay, so welcome again to our update on our Secavo TPD12 double shuttle heat press. Many of you might know we already had this machine in our product portfolio a couple of time ago, and now that we have received a couple of requests to put it into our range again, we decided to have it there again in an upgraded version. And today we want to give you a short overview of all the things that you have to keep in mind with that machine, the features, the productivity, and yeah, what do you need to know about the technical details. Okay, so first, what we got here is different to most of the heat presses we have in our range. Our standard machines, they mostly come with a heat plate of 40 by 50 centimeter, 38 by 38 centimeters, or even smaller. Apart from the TP10, which is of course a little bit bigger. But this machine is really aiming a different product segment. This is a really production machine, industrial machine, which really aims for the high volume production of transfers of any kind. The customers that are already running this machine, they do different types of transfers with that machine. The machine has two platens with a size of 1,000 millimeter by 1,200 millimeter. Some of the customers are using this really for large format transfers, either of aluminium platens for photo transfers or for garment decoration with overall printing of big white sublimation t-shirts, or they are pressing textiles with the heat press and later cut the textiles and really produce, for example, sport shirts that are overall printed with that machine. What we demonstrate here, what we put on the machine here is mouse pads. Right now you can see you can put up to 20 mouse pads of that size on one of the plates, and then produce, for example, mouse pads or puzzles or any kind of other sublimation items in a large volume at a high speed and high productivity. Some of our customers also use that, for example, to put reflective stripes on garment to produce then workwear, or any other kind of textile industry related products. The machine itself, I already said, it's an industrial machine, two platens with 1 meter by 1 meter 20. It's run by a pneumatic drive. For the machine, you need quite a big compressor, as the machine consumes a lot of compressed air. We ourselves in our workshop here, we run a Kaeser iComp 8, which can provide up to 400 liters per minute at 6 bar. The minimum that we would recommend for this machine is something like 200 liters at 6 bar for that machine. The machine itself doesn't recommend a pressure of 6 bar. We currently run the machine with 4 bar, which is absolutely enough. So The machine itself doesn't need a lot of bars, but it consumes a lot of air. So you rather need a high air output of the compressor instead of high pressure. The machine is connected by a three-phase connector. It's not something like a plug-and-play machine. If this is delivered to a factory, it should be set up by the electrician in the factory and connected correctly to the electricity network in the local facility. It's run at 380 volt, and it consumes about 14 amp. The machine has a power of 11 kilowatts. On top of the machine, you can see it also has a suction connector. So while producing high volume, you will create a lot of steam, a lot of gases that come out of the transfer, maybe even some smoke from the heated paper. So to run this in a factory, you should consider connecting it to a suction to suck out all the gases that are not healthy for the people working with that. Yeah, the machine has a double platen, and it comes with a touch panel. So it's easy to run. It's really easy to operate. In a minute, we will show you how to run the machine. There are not many settings to make, so the machine is really easy to run. It comes with an upgraded heating system. It's equipped with resistor heatings. It has 12 of these resistors integrated in the heat plant. These 12 resistors, they are controlled by 4 heating zones. So the machine has 4 different zones that are also have a sensor for the right temperature, and you can set the temperature for each of these zones. So in that way, we can make sure that all over the platen you will have the correct temperature. And you could even set the temperature for these zones differently in order to really have perfect transfer results on each point of the 1 meter by 1.20 meter platen. Later we will also show you that it's easy to change these. You can open the machine, and in a case of failure over the long run of the machine, they're easy to maintain and exchange. It's not necessarily to really exchange all the platen. You can just change one of these resistors. Let's give you a short demonstration of how to run the machine. Like the versions before, the machine has 3 different modes how to run it. We will start with the so-called semi-auto mode. It's also the mode that we recommend to run the machine. if you want to start, you press these two buttons, and then the plate will open. And while the one plate is inside and the transfer is taking place, you can change the media and the transfers of the other plate. And once the transfer is finished, it will open automatically after the time that is set. And the change of the plates will not be automated, but you will have to press two buttons to signal that you are ready, and then you can change the plate again, and this will repeat the process of transfer. You then can take away the ready transfers and change it to new ones. There is also a automated version that the machine can run with. Ralph will, after the transfer, change to the auto mode. And in the auto mode, you can see that the plates they change automatically, and that no need to press the buttons, but also the changing of the plate will take place automatically. In that way, you will have to stick to the rhythm of the machine and not your own rhythm of working. So this is really made for high frequency, and yeah, it's up to you which mode is the best. The first mode is the manual mode. In this mode, you can really do all the movements of the manually. Also, once the plate is inside, you have to start the pressing process. Okay, so you can see it's really easy. All you have to do is set the time, set the temperature, start working. It's really easy to operate a machine. Yeah, as I said, we can now maybe show you how to open the machine on the side. You can see here the machine is easy to open in case of any maintenance. And here you can see the 12 heaters, and in case there is something happening, you can easily open the screws there, take out the broken one, and change it to the new one. So this is a really simple maintenance process. Also, the rest of the machine is rather easy to open and accessible. So in any case of maintenance, you can reach all the parts easily. This machine is really made for a long-term use with high productivity and yeah, meant to be operated for a long time in a cost efficient and a way to have a high volume production. Okay, so that's it for the update. The machine is available. We have it on stock currently, so any orders can be shipped term. And again, most important things is this is a high productivity industrial printing transfer machine. It comes with 2 platens of 1 meter by 1 meter 20. The heater comes with 12 heat resistors. They are easy to maintain, easy to change. 4 heating zones will make sure that it's always the right temperature all over the platen, and guarantee a really even heat distribution over all the heat plate. So you will have fine transfers all over. You can print small items and put a lot of them on the plate. Here we demonstrate with 20 mouse pads. You can put also bigger plates like aluminum plates or garment or textile pieces on the machine and make really, for example, flag production is also something that's done with this machine. You will need a 3-phase connection to your workshop electricity net. It consumes 14 amps and will have a power of 11 kilowatt. And you need a good compressed air supply. We recommend something like a 400 liter per minute air supply. We run the machine with 4 bar. The absolute minimum is something like 200 liters per minute that the machine can be run. That's it. So this is the update on the machine. Any questions, welcome. You can ask questions now, or of course later through our sales representatives or also our technical staff. Okay, so thank you very much, and any questions are welcome. No, not right now. Okay, thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.